All right, everyone. Head coach Ben Olsen. Ben, just your initial thoughts on that victory over Minnesota tonight.
I thought it was a good win. They obviously changed a few guys, but we were also without some regulars. So it was a Wednesday night game, a little heat, and just I get a professional performance from us. Created a bunch of chances in the first half. I thought they followed the game plan very well. Unlucky not to get something earlier in the first half, but kept plugging away. Balls in the box, good numbers in the box, created enough corners, and eventually, if you do that, you may one's going to go in. And they're a great set piece team, and that's where's part of the reason why they're where they're at. And winning that battle today was really important for us. Defensively, we were very sound, and it was nice to get one. Right there at late, and then they come in, they bring some real players in, and we just, overall, just a really good performance.
Thanks for that. We'll start with Herman there in the middle, then we'll come to David.
Hey, Coach, that was Houston Dynamo style soccer, no possession. You keep the ball. I don't think they had a shot on target, and you dominate the game.
Well, it was always going to be, they by design, they're going to give us the ball. So in some ways, we had an idea that the game was going to look that way, but that's what they do, and then they're very good in transition. They're very good with dead ball situations. So, I thought our movement was good. I thought we were disciplined and patient, and that's an important thing to do against a team like that, and not try to hit too many home runs, and make sure we get good looks. We get into the areas we want to get into, and try to get the right type of service, and be able to repress and have sustained possessions. And for the most part, we were able to do that throughout the night. But we're also not naive. They're a good team, and I think they had a group out there that certainly they're changing some guys. But again, I give our credit. We've got Pablo out there, and he's been here 2 weeks, and Felipe's coming up from the second team. Brooklyn's playing left back, so we also had to adjust a little bit, and proud of those guys. I know you're probably going to ask about Felipe and Pablo. I thought they were great. Yep. They had really good performances. Pablo, still has a lot to offer, and we got to keep catching him up to speed in what we do. Felipe's a warrior. He's just a guy that has high engagement and high physicality, so I was happy they both got goals tonight.
And my last question is, kind of stabilized. Minnesota's so dangerous on the counter because what you said, their playing style. They let you hold the ball and then they attack you. What did y'all do to kind of neutralize? I noticed Urso was staying back, Reigns was staying back. It seemed like you were prepared just in case they would hit you on the counter.
Well, part of their design is direct play, and they overwhelm you with numbers and numbers centrally. So it was just important for Junior and Artie to stay pretty disciplined and not get stretched, and be there for, as the ball travels past them, make sure they're getting down, and then it was about securing it. And, they caught us a few times when we didn't secure it, and that's what they do. They had a couple of chances there, certainly down the stretch, made some big, I think Jonathan makes a big save, and a lot of gritty box defending. And again, they're the best set-piece team, I think, in the league on offense. So our defensive effort in the box, in particular on dead ball stuff, was really good.
Thank you, man.
All good, David.
Coach, congratulations on the win. I wanted to ask you about the fans tonight on Wednesday night, and they were here.
Yeah, we want to send these guys these fans home happy, and we haven't done that enough this year. I think, 3 out of 4, though, in the last home games. So we're getting there. We're getting up to speed. The weather's changing, so hopefully that gives us that extra push and that home field advantage.
And I asked you last game about McGlynn, but tonight, once again, they're not going to go down as assists, but they come off the corners. Just how is it with him? Just keep going up?
Well, there's scoring goals off the direct ball from Jack. But we do a lot of work on second phase, as everybody does, and staying alive and making sure we're in good spots to continue pressing teams off of dead ball situations. So, again, Kenny's continuing to do a really good job with this, and we also, it's nice to have Jack's service. It's nasty, and it gives us a chance.
And then a little bit more, right, on Reigns as a left back, it shows that, your players can go out there, and it looked good.
Yeah, again, it was a good performance, good professional performance from us. I think when we return to Minnesota, I think we'll see a better team. So we got to take it a little bit with a grain of salt. But 3 points right now after 2 losses is important to stop that kind of slide. And now we go to Dallas, and looking forward to a rivalry game.
I'll go to the back. Might have gone off. It's okay.
Congrats on the win. I wanted to ask you, in the first minutes of the match, it seemed like you and your staff were talking a lot to Ortiz about the positioning, about where he was placed on the field, especially when you guys advanced to the final third. Can you talk a little bit about his performance and what he needs to do to improve that positioning and get more minutes?
Well, some of this is he's just brand new to us. And I've talked a lot about this is, right when we kind of figure out who we are, we get some suspensions and injuries, and now also you're forced in a good way to transition these guys in real time, in real games. So it's not easy. So it's these minutes go a long way with Felipe and Pablo. They're just minutes, really. It's a little trial by fire, and they got to learn on the run. But again, some of the nuances and how we build and how we rest defend and positioning and relationships, all this stuff is going to be classroom work and on the field and training, but also, as I said, just minutes getting out there and going against MLS and getting the feel for what this league's all about.
Anything else in the room? Anything on Zoom? Are we good? All right, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks. Pablo Ortiz will be in here next. Thanks.